Things might careen towards the end as I go low energy, but for the front end of things, it's gonna be for the better.
It's gonna be nice.
Right now, I'm still all back's just.
You're tight.
The heating pad was good this morning, but
yeah. Happy Columbus Day, you guinea bastards! We're here.
For the past few years, they've done a smear campaign.
A smear campaign against our boy Columbus.
The only fucking Italian thing we got in this country.
That's it.
The only bone we're throwing. There's 19 fucking Jewish holidays. I understand it's not the same.
They took away Pulaski Day for us Polacks.
That was so funny to me when I moved here.
And Pulaski Day was a thing?
We didn't get it in my town, but the town over did. And I lived there for like 6 months.
Across the tracks on the other town?
Well, I got kicked out of my grandparents' house and scrambled to live somewhere. And I was getting my haircut close to home there, and the lady was like, "Oh, no school tomorrow, right?" And I was like, "Huh?" And my mom was like, "Oh, your school doesn't get it," but she's talking about Pulaski Day. And Mark, who I just met like that month, was explaining yeah, it's like some Roman Pulaski guy. And I was like,
yeah. You
guys have Polish fucking, this is the whitest goddamn place I've ever been.
I don't even know what. We should save this for Pulaski Day.
I don't know if we're going to have enough.
That's March.
His name's not Roman?
No, you're thinking of Roman Polanski, the director.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That got, I think he got murdered by the Mansons, him and his wife.
That's that movie,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Guy at work was talking about how his point with that movie was that, it requires background knowledge to understand the movie. If you don't know what's going on with the Mansons or whatever, it's kind of
first time we watched, I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
That's what his point was. If you watch it and then go back and watch it, it's better.
It's better the second time, which is dumb for a film, for a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, you can't expect that of someone.
No, they should have did a Star Wars fucking scroll in the beginning. That kills it.
Easy.
It's a setup. That's all you need is a little setup.
Or you have
look at this, bro. Kashmir Pulaski Day is a local holiday officially observed in Illinois. First Monday of March. That's fine. I didn't know it was that's what it is. Southside Polak.
What did he do?
A Revolutionary War cavalry officer born in Poland.
Wait.
He was a Revolutionary War Polish officer.
Oh, Revolutionary War.
Yeah. He was praised for his contribution to the U.S. military in the American Revolution, known as the father of the American cavalry.
We had Polish people back then?
Oh, bro. The locks were all over the place. They love it.
I thought this was
Land of the free?
UK people only still. I thought it was British, Scottish, Irish people.
That's interesting. Well, Columbus was Italian. Sent by
Working
Spain.
For the
Spaniards.
Yeah.
Columbus.
I guess that's true. Spaniards are over there.
Yeah. Conquistadors. Well, I come to learn Columbus, because you go through, he had four voyages, which we'll go into. He fucked them all up. Everything.
By the end of all of them, he's still maintained it was part of Asia.
Yeah, dude.
I think he conceded it wasn't India, but he's still.
I landed in Asia.
It's in the region. And they're like, Chris.
He was mostly, he mostly landed south and
and in Cuba and then
Honduras and then Mexico. Yeah. So I don't know who the fuck landed America. I know who was here, but I don't know who landed in America. Who are the pilgrims on Plymouth Rock?
Okay, well, that's the Mayflower, right?
Oh, the Mayflower. Fuck.
That's my God. That's the Puritans.
That's what it is. Colonialist.
See, but this
English sailing ship.
This is interesting though, because those are the guys with the bucket hats. But that is what you see when you see Columbus and the Pilgrims.
Buckle hats. Yeah.
Buckle.
That is
sorry,
what. That is
bucket.
what. Yeah. No, that is what. That'd be really fun. I think. What's up, mates?
What's up, man?
But
What's up, pimp?
they from England to the New World in 1620. After 10 weeks at sea. 10 weeks at sea must have been shitty.
Can we just, all jokes aside, can we just, a moment of respect?
What'd you hit?
That one, I think. Either that one or that one. But like, think about how fucking scary the ocean. Go on the beach today when you know there's the Coast Guard and shit that could find
and a hurricane,
helicopters and shit. But like, back then when there's none of that shit and it's just you in a boat and you look out at the fucking sea and you're just like, yeah.
Looking out in every direction and just seeing water.
And hoping that.
You ever been on a cruise?
No. I would never.
We had a balcony room on a cruise and it was that. You'd walk out on the balcony and just look and you're like, me and my dad would be out there at night and be like, can you imagine falling off this fucking thing? You're gone. That's it. Done. They're not finding you. But dude, they would have a thing on the TV that's like, how deep's the water underneath you? It's like 10,000 feet. It's something fucking dumb.
When they start changing it from feet to like fathoms.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Whatever.
Yeah, like yeah, it's 1,000 fathoms. Like what the fuck is that?
No, fuck all of that. For many, many reasons. So that is incredible. That it's almost a testament to how bad regular life every day must have been. Where you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll go on the boat. I don't care.
I don't give a fucking shit about anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go on the fucking boat.
Because it's not even like, ooh, this is a treacherous voyage. Like, who's brave enough? This is literally like, hey, we're hoping to hit land before we run out of food and shit. Like, this is the first.
We heard a story that there's land.
This is the first go.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, but what's
The Mayflower.
Mayflower was in 1620. Columbus hit in 1492.
Yeah.
Say
Ocean blue.
1500, we'll say. Round it up.
Sure. Well, sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 120 years later. From Christopher Jones, owner of a quarter of the ship. Who owned the other 3/4? You couldn't tell you. Okay, fuck this. We got to get back on. This issue with the research. You go on. You start diverting. You look into Columbus. Now you're on the Mayflower. You're 120 years later.
Oh, I was looking into Columbus. Full Tartaria research.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into that. I didn't even touch Tartaria, but let's just outline Columbus because I think his story is hilarious. Columbus, born in Genoa, Italy, in 1451. Columbus began his seafaring career as a teenager, participating in trading voyages on the Mediterranean and along the West African coast. At a young age, a young wop, really getting out there, getting pussy, tan, olive oil skin, hair slicked back. You're feeling good. You're on your dad's boat.
Dipping in the best of both worlds. Got North Africa, South. I mean, you're just
incredible.
Ping ponging back and forth.
You're owning the Mediterranean. That's a beautiful life. Miserable, I'm sure. Make no money.
Oh, that's where I put it.
Columbus developed a strong desire to find a western sea route to Asia, motivated by the potential for personal wealth, glory, and the spread of Christianity. That was his. Well,
that's what he had. What
a selfish thing too. It's not like he's trying to open up the world for everybody else. He wants for the potential of personal wealth, glory, and the spread of Christianity.
Well, the Christianity part, I think, was just part of like the deal. I think the real things is he was just trying to have like
he's trying to get rich, baby, and
be like the guy.
He's chasing that bag.
But because it's like a sponsorship that comes with a contract or something. Like okay. Yeah, you get to do.
But we're gonna send 20 missionaries on your boat.
Yeah, that has to be like your fucking. That's our goal. So like, if you want to go over there, that has to be.
That's interesting. As Spain as a whole, they're like
because all the letters he was writing back was like. They're ready to be converted into Christianity, like in your name or whatever. It wasn't like that was the thing he was hyped on or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. He just wanted to be the man.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Typical Guinea.
Obsessed with himself. No, it never changes. Hasn't changed. 500 years hasn't changed.
Christopher. Ugh. Think about that. Think about his mother calling him Christopher. Just guineas for 500 years. Disgusting. Christopher.
Lathering that baby in olive oil.
It might as well have been in Long Island.
No. Christopher!
Oh, get back from the docks.
Fucking docks. After being rejected by the Portuguese monarchy, he secured the funding from the Spanish monarchs, King Ferdinand.
Portuguese asterisk, worst slave owners, allegedly.
The Portuguese?
With the worst was slaves, I heard.
Really?
Yeah, I heard they were like the most brutal people possible.
No shit.
The slaves.
I heard.
Just next time people want to give,
Talk about Portuguese.
the Wilos. Oh, I got to show you that later. This white guys are Harris commercial.
White guy for Harris commercial? Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Crazy.
We'll close out on that.
It's crazy.
No, yeah, we'll close out on that. The Koreans had the longest run of slavery. Learned that.
We learned that.
We learned that.
That's right.
Yeah. People always want to point fingers at the whitey. At the Hong.
And honestly, Koreans would not have been my guess. I would have guessed both Chinese and Japanese before Koreans as far as slaves.
No, I would say the Koreans would be the most peaceful.
Also, though, for definition-wise, China might beat them if slave also counts people that make like 3 cents a day or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking mining that cobalt.
Well, someone's got to do it.
First voyage, 1492 to 1493. On August 3rd, 1492, Columbus sailed with 3 ships. At the classic, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I remember drawing them in grade school. On October 12th, 1492, he reached the Bahamas, mistakenly believing it was Asia. He then explored the Caribbean, including Cuba, Hispaniola, and returned to Spain in 1493. So he fucked up, thought it was Asia. Can you imagine reaching the Bahamas? Yeah, I'm on. Thinking it's Asia? Like, these are Indians.
Does he know? Wait, but they've been to India before, not them specifically, but like people have through the Silk Road.
Yeah.
So they know what Indian people look like.
Yeah.
Is the confusing thing.
Oh, he's confused as fuck. He has no idea what he's doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you keep saying, like, no, this is Asia? It's like, brother, no one's seen fucking black people outside of Africa. This guy's not Indian. Like, we've seen Indian people.
He doesn't have a turban on. Like, we know, yeah. It's also like, if you rolled up to those places, you would think there'd be like you would know what the Indian port looks like.
Yeah, there'd be a port for one.
Yeah. And a sign that says, "Welcome to India."
Not fucking, yeah, man. You know what's fucked up? So you're expecting Indian. You show up, black guy. So you're like, whew, okay. Keep going further inland.
Yeah.
But black.
Yeah.
So now you're like, okay, it's black people here. Like,
nice. We hit Africa.
But then you keep going, and now it's like Mexican people. So you're like, the fuck is going on here?
What is happening here?
It's not like you can't get your feet set.
Dr. Hotep would tell you that it's a different story completely on what he ran into. And it leads into the slave trade, which I think you would really enjoy.
Please.
No, well, I mean, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna press on with Columbus, and then we're gonna go into alternate theories. The second voyage, Columbus led a larger expedition of 17 ships to establish colonies and to continue exploration.
About to knock you down a notch.
Am I loud?
Yelling.
I'm yelling. I don't know. Here, I'll turn it down. I get excited.
I know.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm loving it. My ears were just ringing.
Mick Moran. You said I'm loving it. McDonald's. Mick Moran. That should be. We should have. I'm
gonna go bake cookies.
You should have an Irish character. Be Mick Moran.
It should be the grimace should be green.
To continue exploration, he founded settlements where the fuck is Hispaniola?
Is that just a name for something else? No.
I don't remember that on our geography quiz.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that what he called something that's called like
Jamaica?
Yeah. Haiti.
The Dominican and Haiti. That was good. And then he returned to Spain. What the fuck was I looking at? Oh, he founded settlements on Hispaniola and faced challenges with the native people. He's getting in the fights with native people and Spanish settlers. So he's starting fights. This is the second time. The third voyage.
Typical WAP.
Typical WAP. He's getting in a fight. No, it gets worse. In the third voyage, expedition, he explored Trinidad and parts of South America and the northern coast. However,
Not Tobago.
allegations of poor
Just
administration.
Trinidad.
Not Tobago. Tobago.
Isn't it Trinidad and Tobago?
And Tobago. Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're 100% right. Allegations of poor administration in Hispaniola, Haiti, led to Columbus being arrested and returned to Spain in chains.
Wow.
They arrested him and they sent him back in chains.
Next time someone tells me Italians didn't have it as bad as black people, I'm going to show them Columbus in
Columbus
chains.
in chains.
Yeah.
on the fourth and final voyage, he explored Central America, including Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. After
Before the canal.
you know what happened after that? He got shipwrecked in Jamaica.
Damn.
He eventually returned to Spain in 1504. Columbus died in 1506.
Do you think Jamaica has weed yet?
Oh, bro, they're growing that Sensimilia.
Right?
They're loving it. Hell yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, man. That's what happened. He landed in Jamaica, got a little high.
He's writing furiously back home. It's like, they have an herb.
It's incredible. There's something about it. Columbus died in 1506. I didn't put this together. 2 years after his last voyage, he died. Still believing he reached Asia. His expectations significantly altered the course of history, connecting the old and the new worlds and paving a way for the Columbian exchange of cultures, plants, animals, diseases between the hemispheres.
They said that's why America was named America, because he never admitted that it was a new place. If he did, it'd probably be named like Columbia or some shit. But because like another guy in his party was like, no, this is like the new world, his name was like Americana or something.
Really?
Shit. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. So if Columbus was like,
Been a wop and been like, no, I found this place. It's
yeah,
mine.
he kept saying like, no, it's fucking India. It's like, okay, man. Well, then you don't get it. Like,
Then you don't get the name. I
Yeah.
do. That's funny as fuck. No, the man fucks up every expedition. Everything's fucked. He
But
thinks he
he's-
lands in the wrong place.
he's the classic, like, you just gotta have confidence.
Just gotta have confidence. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking captain.
He
I tell her, who's the captain? Am I the captain? Cool. Then we
talks
landed
his
in
way
India.
through he's just like, I grew up on the water. Like, what are we talking about?
Fuck you mean?
I could skip a rock across this ocean. Like, what do you?
Do we hit land? Yeah. Well, it's probably India.
Okay,
You fucking
you're
asshole.
brown, right?
Yeah, Americana. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
take a hike.
You
Guys
dumbass.
just like, all right. You got a little Olmec head down there.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. All right. Every picture you see of natives, it's the Native American people, right? Like Indian, whatever. David Imhotep. Is that how you say his name?
Imhotep.
Imhotep. David Imhotep
Sure.
is his full name. I'm gonna start by saying this. Do you know what these people are called? They're called Hoteps. And I'll tell you right now, they're not liked at all. Look this up. Why does it gotta fucking do this shit? There we go. I'll tell you one thing too, what I've learned. Because this was made by the same dude who made the Nation of Islam. It all led back to the Nation of Islam and Yaqub. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun?
I dig.
But they got great names for Afrocentric. What was the other one? Afrocentric. Pan-African. I don't know. But basically, the only evidence you need of black people being here first is that right there.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, bro.
Brother, I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you exactly who that is. Now, this dude says Africans were the first arriving in 5600.
People will literally be like, this proves nothing. And you're like, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I'm like, plenty of people here look like this. And you're like, can you show me one? Like, this conversation is ridiculous. And it's like, it is ridiculous. Because I've never seen a Native American type person
looking like this.
Yeah.
This dude, by the way,
it's just wrong to say. Like, I don't understand.
This dude hates white people.
Who?
Is Hotep? Bro, in all of his articles online, you know how he spells white? WHYTE.
People like that.
White.
Yeah.
White, man.
I like to throw the Y in there.
What is that?
Isn't that how people say it online, too? They say YT.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe.
I think Allie sent that.
It's a little fucked up. She's in it, though, with
racism.
She knows that. It's beautiful having a racist trans friend.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Not gonna lie.
Anyway, this dude. So the main narrative is that the mongrels came over. Mongrels. They came over the Bering Strait, and they came into America from the north. That was like that's the main theory. Is that where your Tartarian shit leads into? Oh, it wasn't saying any of that. Oh, okay. Because the Mongols are Tartarians. We got into that.
Yeah.
Okay. He's saying that because of glacier activity.
Isn't the land bridge like way older? Isn't that during the Ice Age?
Okay, a lot of this guy, I think this dude's, he's full of shit, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm like,
no, he's insane. This man's insane. I'll just speed through the whole thing and we can talk about it. He says Africans
with the Mongols and the Ice Agers.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
He's saying in 2600 BC is when the Mongolian and Asian people came over the Bering Strait.
Okay.
Which I thought,
but not the Mongol Empire. Just Chinese people, like people from that area.
Asians and Mongolian groups, is what he said. No, not like Attila the Hun though. I don't think he did that.
What's when you say like the empire, I think that refers to a certain time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's
like when they're running shit.
I see.
So you're saying like the people from there at the time of the Ice Age.
I would say this is like just nomads of fucking Mongolia and Asia.
Yeah, it's people who are around this
hunter
fucking
gatherers.
place.
Yeah, they're following. Yeah,
okay.
they're following the herd. He's saying those are the first. People say that those are the first Native Americans. He's saying,
but that's excluding the old Australian, South American DNA,
which is fucked up because the oldest type of American or the oldest type of natives in this continent are in South America, like the southern tip of South America,
the Amazon,
or like Argentina or some shit.
Tip, but
yeah, but still, yeah, it's fucked up. But he said black Africans were already here.
As opposed
white South Africans like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is an African American. We can't forget that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's not an American.
He's an American. He's got citizenship, right? I would assume he's...
That doesn't make you African American, though.
He's from Africa.
Yeah.
He's African American.
No, he's got dual citizenship in African American. African Americans are African American because they're born here. And the Africa is saying where they're from. Like, we're like Italian American. We're born here. You get the American from being born here, I think. And then the other thing is like you're...
Really?
I don't think you can move here and become...
So, like, if he
could say he's an American on its own because he's an American citizen, but I don't think you could be
he's not African American.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's interesting.
If a white guy his parents were from Africa and he was born here, he's still an African American to the point of the joke you're trying to make. But I don't think moving here, you can just... I think you can say American on your own because that's citizen. But I don't think you can then mix it with your heritage because you're not American heritage-wise. You're not born here. You don't have any... You know what I'm saying?
I think so. Who is an African American?
That's quite the picture that they chose.
Fucking...
Who's running this website? Fucking the Klan? How is that the picture?
This is gonna be too much.
I don't know how you're gonna even phrase this question.
What makes you an African American? Anyways, you know what this is saying is that you know how the Indians came about. He said the Africans mated with the Mongols. That's why you got red-skinned Native Americans. That's his theory.
Black and
Which,
yellow.
if you think about,
equals red. They're saying.
which if you think about it, they do look Asian.
There's a Mexican UFC fighter who I always think is Chinese, and her last name's Esparza.
Mexican would look Chinese sometimes. I thought
Sometimes.
Javi was Asian.
Sometimes they have similar eyes.
Maybe. It's facial structure, I would say. Get the calipers.
We should have a set of podcast calipers for guests.
I have some at home.
I have some, but they're not big enough for a head. They're not head calipers.
Yeah, they're not. You need the big thing with like the claw. You got the skin ones that measure body fat.
Yeah, I don't really know how they work though.
I
They were
don't-
like included in something, and I like tried it once. I'm like, I don't really get it.
I don't get it. I went to the doctor. He said I'm perfect weight. I go, Doc, I feel like shit.
You know why I think they say that though? I think the average has changed, and they just go by the average. They don't go by what's like optimally healthy.
He goes, yeah. He goes, I like you at this weight. You're good. I go, okay. I go, I'm 181 pounds. Like, I'm a fat, like, I feel like shit. I got a fucking belly. Like,
I don't like me at this.
I don't like me at this. He goes, well, when you used to come in here, you know, you were a little underweight, I would say. I was like 158 pounds, 155 pounds. I thought that was optimal.
Guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
No, I
about.
thought that was optimal. I felt good.
Well, he comes from a culture where size is still a sign of like wealth and power. I think that's what it is.
100% right. That's exactly what it is.
Wasn't that on that Pop the Balloon show? The Africa ones we were watching? Wasn't that part of the thing?
Yeah, dude, it totally was. Yeah, the lady was like, I just feel like, you know, you should look bigger. You should look bigger if you're like, you want to show off your wealth. You're bigger. The guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You are stupid. You are stupid bitch.
Pop the balloon.
Pop the fucking balloon.
I've been good about not watching that show because you lose 3 hours if you turn it on.
It's gone. Yeah, no, you can't.
It's incredible.
No, I'm thinking about deleting Instagram, everything. But then you can't because you need news. That's where I get a lot of my conspiracy news. Twitter now Twitter's like the new TikTok. Unhinged, uncensored. It's nice.
I saw a lady on Twitter saying that she's been treated better by like the KKK than she's been treated by like, I forget. I don't know if it was like BLM or some shit, but someone was like, if the KKK is being so nice to you, I think that like I don't think you're realizing like they're treating you nice for a reason. So like maybe you need to figure out what that reason is that it's not like the other people are treating you so bad or something. I don't know. It was just like,
It's like I am a racist. Maybe that's why they like me.
yeah, I was like, well, most people don't know multiple KKK members. So
I
like,
don't know one.
Yeah.
I've never seen one. That's funny.
There can't be that many people.
KKK?
Yeah. What if the KKK was just with the way people talk about the Masons Club type shit? If they're just like, it's really just a drinking club. Like all the running around, burning crosses.
That's in the old days.
That's the
you can't do that anymore.
You know, sometimes the guys up top, they tell you got to go kidnap somebody or something, and that, you know, that's annoying. But 9 times out of 10, you're drinking, watching football with your buddies.
No, yeah, we're hanging out. It's not even a big deal.
Half the time, I just wear a white shirt. I don't even do the whole.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get an accurate number.
A lot of these guys don't want to admit.
That's what it is.
Okay, so we'll say not a lot.
Yeah, there ain't many of them.
Back to Columbus.
Oh, this says 3 million. Forget that.
3 million's probably like who's on the newsletter. That's not like who shows up to meetings, though.
You're 100% right. No, that's exactly what that is. Those people who've been on the website,
yeah, that's 3 million hits in like the last 5 years.
They got fucked up one night. They were like, you know what? I lost my girlfriend to this fucking. I'm signing up. I don't give a shit. Now, anyways, what? Back to
guy dropped the fucking ball.
back to Imhotep. There's extensive archaeological and genetic evidence for early African presence in America, including skulls, which they could tell by the size, artifacts and structures, skulls and skeleton sites that they've been found. This is a quote. Dr. Imhotep's sites discovery of negroid skulls and skeletons in various parts of America.
Scientific term.
Negroid. No, yeah. Negroid.
It's like a steroid, but for black people.
Footprints in lava, which I don't know how you step in lava and get footprints, but they're preserved as an early human presence. Don't know how that. You know what else he does? He likes to throw.
How do you have a footprint?
I don't know what the fuck, dude. He throws in shit in here, like the last one's insane. He says he mentions how the structures near Bimini are potential evidence, but gives no site to like that
the Bimini Road.
Yeah, the Bimini Road, shit like that. He says mound building is a traditional African thing, and it's like they packed up dirt on a thing. I don't know why that's traditional. Like plenty of people could probably build a mound out of dirt. I feel like that's the first stage of building.
Are there mounds in Africa? I know they have Stonehenge things.
They definitely got stonework.
Do they have mounds?
I don't know. He says yes. Ancient campsites, part of the archaeological record, various artifacts, including gold-tipped spears, which is interesting because Columbus reported in his journal when he talked to the natives were like, yeah, no, there's a seafaring African people that trade with us, and they come over with gold-tipped spears, and they found gold-tipped spears. That was in Columbus's journal. Negroid figurines.
The big thing you're trying to convince me of is that black people you had gold tip something, and that's how we know they're different. It's not that big a stretch, man.
It's not that big of a stretch.
Yeah.
Negroid figurines discovered in Central America, as well as skeletons. Egyptian influence throughout America, including pyramids, hieroglyphic writing, and other structures. This is where it goes into the Egyptians in the Grand Canyon, artifacts in the Grand Canyon found. Areas are named like weird.
I wonder what the coordinates of that Grand Canyon are in comparison to the Great Pyramid. Because you know how they said the Great Pyramid's like the center of all the
landmass.
Is the Grand Canyon like far enough away on the other side where it would be like
on this hemisphere, like that's the center landmass?
Mm-hmm.
Spud was talking about how all the major cities are on ley lines.
Oh yeah,
that's fucked up.
Fact.
Because why the fuck would you build New York City on that island? That's dumb as shit. The fucking thing's sinking. You have a
you realize
you have a full ass state above you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense.
No, but you're gonna build the greatest city of like 2 centuries.
Yeah, on a little ass island. Like, yeah. And then build like bridges to everything. It's like, no, go 25 miles up.
Just build it on land.
Yeah, you imagine how big that city would be.
But you also gotta remember that so like if it's Tartarian places, they probably did it sustainably. We're the dumbasses that came in and did it so much that it's sinking now. So it probably wasn't like a dumb they just had it like they probably had like a little DC
because it used to be a Tartarian city.
I think a lot of these places were
like Chicago,
DC.
Yeah, DC.
Chicago is on every old map. That's just
which is fucked up.
Chicago.
You know something interesting? He said the Vikings,
Newfoundland.
The Vikings culture is actually originated with black. I'm going to fuck this up. Skraelings. Shingalins? Scranglins?
It's some.
Those were the first. Those were the first to develop ships. They're 4.5 foot tall. Anu. They're actually the Stringalins were the 4.5 foot tall Anu and Tiwa people of Africa. Little people, little dudes.
No pygmy.
They were the first modern Homo sapiens in the Arctic and Scandinavia area. He claims they were called Stringlet, whatever that word is. It's just another way to throw you off the scent of who they really were. Because the Norse people have a mythology about these people. And they're like, that's like the people you see with the horn hats, the big coats, and like you're fucking throwing a boat and shit. He claims these were the first Vikings. They made the first ships. The Vikings later then came and copied them. They made the first snow sleigh.
How did they
the
come
Vikings
and
would
copy them?
I don't fucking know, dude.
If
They even were so-called, they wore the so-called Viking hats with horns for thousands of years before any such thing, before any Vikings were on the planet, let alone Scandinavian. That word means weakling, which is all bullshit. And then you hear that, and it's like, well, they are little people, weakling. That makes sense. But how are they going to copy it? What does that even mean? Where
you're
these
saying they
honks
copied how you
come from?
built fucking ships, how'd they get there? On what ships? If they hadn't copied you yet till they got there.
I feel like you're being really resistant.
I was accepting on
this
everything
change?
except the Viking one. That was the only one Vikings is all white people have.
You know what John thinks Vikings are? Vikings, if you look at it and separate it, VI, king, 6 kings of Tartaria. That's one of the 6 kings.
Like one of the empires?
I guess so, yeah. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't get that. Because he's saying that these African people...
That's so stupid.
If you look at it, don't separate the word.
Yeah. You could fuck some people up with that one.
You could, man. Columbus, that thing with the gold tip spears. And if anybody's gonna have a gold tip spear, we know who that's gonna be.
Black, Italian.
I thought this was interesting. In the mummy of Princess Hanutwaye, narcotics were found in Egyptian mummies such as cocaine and nicotine. Those drugs are only found in America, which is interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. African people are on terracotta pots and bullshit. King Ramses III had a seafaring people he sent over. All that shit. All this is leading into what I thought was really funny about the Viking things is, wouldn't it be funny if, because everything is so woke now, that it's racist to even dispute like black Vikings? So they're forced to be like, I respect your right to have that thought, but traditionally, these are the Vikings that were found. You're racist. Okay, there were a couple black Vikings. They were 4.5 feet tall. They did.
That's like... Literally, it's like the furthest place away from Africa.
Yeah, I don't know how they got up there. They walked.
I don't know. Brock Lesnar's a Viking. Francis Ngannou is African warrior. Like, you can't call Brock Lesnar an African warrior. You can't call Ngannou.
Who'd win
a
that
Viking.
fight? Are they the same weight class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would depend on at what stage of their careers.
Prime.
Francis. Easily.
Really?
If Brock got him when he was green, he would have wrestle fucked him.
Okay. When he was green, what does that mean? Like when his knee was bad?
Green means like new.
Oh,
like
I got you.
Rookie.
I got you. Brock's scary. Ngannou's scary, but like...
well, when Brock had like the inverse thing, he came in hot with like all the hype and shit, versus Ngannou came in and with like the clear like get to this guy's fucking legs and he can't do shit. And then when he had like enough of like a wrestling defense and he knew how to put. There's like the first good Ngannou where he would like put his hands together good against Stipe, but then there's the other Ngannou too that just understood, I think, that he was a cheat code and he didn't really even need to like bother fighting these dudes. He was just like, if I just kind of don't let someone take me down, just kind of inch towards them, you know, I don't really need to like feint that much because my presence is imposing.
You gotta hit him once.
Like he just knows, yeah, if I just touch him, they die. So that's why like everyone uses that gif of him swinging at Jairzinho Rosenstrike. It's like a kind of goofy sequence, but it's goofy if you're a dude like me that can't fucking dim mock somebody.
What's dim box mean?
Dim mock is a death touch.
Okay.
So, like if I
punch like from regular show.
Sure. Dim mock in Bloodsport is when he's got like the grid of bricks in front of him, and the guy points. He's like, pick a brick for me to break, and he points at the bottom one, and he hits the top one and makes the bottom one break, and none of the other ones break.
Really?
Yeah, it's dim mock shit. But yeah, I think when you know you have like a nuke, it's probably hard to like entertain all the little technique things.
Yeah. Is that how Mark Hunt was? Remember that dude was a
No,
brawler?
Mark Hunt was more technique because he was short. He had to do things to get inside. But he's on the other end. He knows he has. I think his cheat code thing was his chin,
He had a big chin.
where you could just like.
I remember seeing some of his fights.
Oh yeah.
He was cool. Shit record. Just a brawler record. Like Rocky.
The UFC knew Lesnar was on steroids when he fought him, and they let him do
I
it.
heard that.
Yeah, he keeps suing him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does he win?
No. It's really sad.
Is Ngannou a nice guy?
Hmm?
He is a nice guy.
His son died when he was like less than 2 years old, I think.
That sucks.
Really sad. And he's like been very open talking about it.
Damn. You ever see videos of the sand mines?
Yeah.
I just watched a video of what that is. I didn't realize it wasn't digging a hole and putting it in a thing. They go out on boats and you dive underwater.
I think there's both. Because I've seen that too, but I've also seen exactly what the first thing you said, where they are just digging fucking sand. Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine swimming 20 feet underwater, getting a bucket of sand, and then let me swim up?
Yeah.
Fucking jacked, doing this shit all day.
You see how they have to do this shit sometimes, where like they have like those interesting methods of like they have to like throw the bucket up or something. You know what I mean? Like
they throw the bucket up, but this whatever way they throw it, the sand goes that way, the bucket comes this way.
Right. Like
no, that's incredible.
Where you just do something 10,000 times a fucking day. It's like, well, I'll get good at this.
That's like some shit. I don't know where it is, but they've learned that shit like that where you deal with like buckets and stuff. They've learned that it's like it's faster just to do one bucket and not do two.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it takes too long to fucking load the other one and then walk with both. It's like damn, just to like seconds you're shaving off. Soon robots will just do all that. You know, Jones says a little scary. He says, which Christian brought it to me yesterday. She goes, I saw a TikTok video saying that in like by 2040, all the jobs are just going to be AI and we're not going to have any jobs anymore. She's like, then what are we going to do? And I said, oh, we'll get on universal income. We'll just focus on, you know, what makes us happy and all the passionate people will stay in their careers. That's not what's going to happen.
No, that's what you said for the sake of sanity.
Yes. What is actually going to happen is we're not going to have any jobs. Therefore, we're useless. So that's when the real virus comes out. And we've been so programmed from COVID that we'll just stay home and die. And the population will do down to their 500 million. And the globalists will then take over and do their fucking thing.
As the food factories are exploding.
Yeah, exploding left and right.
That's what kill the political candidates.
Yeah. And that's what
they don't like.
And that's what Jones was saying is that you got to, because if they start pushing the AI stuff now, we're at a point where we can fight back and be like, we'll just shut off the computer and be like, fuck it, we're fine. But if you blow up all the food places and you blow up all the infrastructure and you do all that shit and you make everything reliant on AI, like all the food places, all the whatever that shit is, now when that stuff does take over and we turn it off, now we're turning off our shit. We die regardless, which is fucking scary.
I always get fucked up thinking about like, ooh, I have my like $1,000 in cash set aside in case shit ever hits the fan. But it's like, well, depending on how bad shit hits the fan, like, does cash even fucking matter?
I have that thought too, because I keep a nice stash of cash, and I think about that where if like the dollar collapses, it's like I've talked to Christian. I'm like, do we take a little bit of this and convert it to gold? Is that the best?
I've had the thought.
Is that the best option? Like, do we become those people? I remember my neighbor. Yeah, we got the cat from.
Well, he has enough money where it's like, yeah, get some gold.
I remember I'd watch his house, and he's like, if shit ever hits the fan, here's the code to the safe. You come here, you get whatever you want. I got guns in this room. You fucking protect this fucking house. And he's great. But yeah, he would have fucking gold bars. I remember. Be like, what is that? And he goes, okay, so dollar collapses. You got to have a little something you could fucking shave off a hair and be like, get me the fuck out of here.
That's crazy, too, not even to have, like, gold coins. Just a gold bar. Like,
yeah,
how do you even, like...
It was like this big, I remember. I don't know how much it's worth or what it is. Probably like...
Shaving pieces off. That's crazy.
What's the price of an ounce? I don't...
Hey, what's the price of gold?
That's the best. That's my favorite fucking thing.
For how quick it is, yeah.
No, that's incredible. Hey, I'm having an argument with my buddy.
I think like $20.
That's really all that I got. This all basically led to a thing that this is what people criticize these people for, these hoteps or whatever. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is them. America never imported African slaves because black people were already here. Therefore, the slave ships aren't real. And the slave import, that never happened. Because they were already here.
How did they get taken control of, though?
Why'd he come over, I guess?
Yeah, but how, if they were the ones that were already, like, set up shop?
We overpowered them. We're fucking strong, dude. Privilege. I mean,
and
think
the black
about
people were here with Native American people, and then we just made black people slaves and not Native American people.
There's a lot of holes in this that they don't like to acknowledge. And I think you're probing too deep into this, and that's your white privilege. You have to check yourself, brother.
This is trigonometry.
Yeah, exactly.
This is white tricks.
And then, that's crazy. But then you look up, how many slave ships do you think we've recovered?
I'm going to go ahead and say 0 slave ships. I also don't know how easy it is to recover a ship from fucking however long ago, 200.
Recently, apparently, and this is also fucked up because I've just discovered this recently, but I'm sure this has been around forever. But recently, they've been like, we've potentially archaeologists don't know for sure, but they are saying that we have found the last slave ship to come to America, and it's pretty well preserved. And it shows a picture of a fucking piece of wood.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like a piece of wood that's like drifted up in the side of this fucking like hill.
Someone's like,
this is the main beam for the USS Catalina or whatever the fuck it is. Does it say that, or is this just a piece of driftwood? What do you have on the Tartaria shit? Anything? I've been excited for this.
Oh,
we can go a little long today. It's a holiday.
I got a couple just screenshots of things Columbus said in his letter that I thought were funny. Let's see here. He sent some men into the village to speak with the natives who would run away. Children being pushed aside by their fathers.
What? And the fathers were running?
That's how he described the Native Americans, who are usually described as like like so brave and noble. And he goes, yeah, as soon as they saw us show up, everyone would run away. Fathers shoving their children out of the way, children shoving their fathers.
Is this like his end? Is this like propaganda?
Well, that's what I'm sure it's like.
To be like, they're a weak people.
Yeah.
They're not
ready for the...
Fathers are giving up
ready for the taking, ripe for the picking.
Come on over.
Yeah. But again, just typical Italian. Like, they saw us coming. They didn't know
They
what hit
fucking
them.
knew it. They saw the gold on our chains.
They are by nature fearful and timid. And it's like, I think in like the next 6 months, you guys get fucked up and scalped and shit. So it's so funny that like the first letter is like, a timid folk, a small people.
They got one look at my hat and decided, wow.
Wasting metal on hats.
Yeah.
But then they said when they put aside their fear, they are of simple manners and trustworthy and liberal with everything they have, like giving it away to them. They show greater love for others than themselves, and are willing to trade you valuable things for getting little to no values in return. So he shits on him for a minute with the...
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to say. Dads pushing their kids out of the way to run away.
It's a little fucked up.
That's so crazy. He said some of his people were like taking advantage of them by like, oh, you want to trade me this like gold piece for this fucking like, I don't know. He'd like pick up a twig and be like, oh, this is a fair trade, right? And Columbus said that he forbade his people from doing that because it was wrong. And it's like, again, in like a year, don't you guys trade like beads for the island of Manhattan?
Yeah,
like, what do you mean?
You completely fucked these people over.
He's like, well, that was wrong, and this is not a Christly way to be. He said that they practice no type of idolatry, and it made me want. I got to look into totem poles. Are totem poles bullshit? Or is he just ignorant and doesn't know that they got shit going on yet?
Well, because this is what I was looking up. He came over in like say 1492. The Olmecs reigned in 1200 BC.
Yeah.
And then you got the
Mayan, Aztec.
Yeah, Mayan, Aztec. Yeah, Olmecs, Mayan, Aztec, Inca, or somewhere
Incas are in Peru.
Okay.
I think those three are in a more direct line.
Okay. That's all through Mexico. Or he did land in Peru, didn't he? The last expedition? I can't remember.
No, isn't that on the other side? Peru's
Panama. I got fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. So yeah, he's in that Mayan, Olmec, that area. They all had gods. They had Quetzalcoatl. They had all those people. Like, there's idols, there's pyramids.
So maybe, again, this is just him being like, oh, they're going to be down for Christianity.
No cross?
They're ready
Boys,
for it, yeah.
Hey, where's your... I see you guys don't have any chains.
Where's your horn?
Where's your jewelry?
Yeah.
I'm not saying jewelry. We left those folk.
He says... They're not slow or unskilled, but of excellent and acute understanding, and the men who have navigated the sea give an account of everything in an admirable manner. So, after calling them punks, basically, he's like, no, everything else about them is really cool.
Yeah,
he's just got nothing but nice things to say.
Aside from them being pussies, they're completely fine. Obviously, we're tougher.
Yeah.
You know,
we would beat their ass.
We'd kick their ass.
My
queen.
dad would beat his dad's ass.
Yeah.
And then there's one island that he did not visit that the Indians on the island he's on tell him that those people are born with tails.
Which island?
An island that is 180 miles in length as per the natives. So I was like, I wonder if we can Google 180-mile long island and see if anything pops up in that area, and then we would know who has tails. This is the research.
And there's those Long Island is 180 miles long.
Not an island. That's funny.
We know who has tails now.
Yeah.
Everything pops up Long Island.
I'll look into that later on my own time. The women appear to work more than the men, he says.
Really?
He has found no monstrosities among them, but men of great reverence and friendly. And then so that sentence, he goes, men of great reverence and friendly. nor are they black like the Ethiopians. So, like, in this list of good things, he's like, and they're not even black.
They're not even black.
So, but it's funny because didn't you just meet black people in like the Bahamas or whatever?
That's what I don't understand. Is that like, and that's the other thing too of the native people saying how black people come over. They're seafaring people, and it's like Haiti's right around the corner from America.
Yeah,
they're black as fuck.
Cuba's black people who speak Spanish. Everyone always jokes about.
Yeah, I thought Cubans were light skinned.
Remember Joey Diaz? There's another island that the people that he's talking to say are warlike, and all the Indians are afflicted with continual fear. But he says when he goes there and passes by them that they're like the same as any other Indian to him. So I don't know if that's like they got
their ass kicked, and that's where he left off. He was like, "Yeah, no, they're actually fine. They're
basically whatever. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they're cool. I don't even want to talk about it anymore." You want to hear something kind of upsetting about totem poles?
Sure.
Native American totem poles originated in the Pacific Northwest and North America during the 1700s. They originated.
Okay.
What's that, propaganda? Yeah, this is what they use. This is the kind of thing they put up. You know, they're hand-painted, hand-carved.
This is their, like, ooga booga stuff.
Oh, when new technologies were introduced by European settlers, more could be produced. Oh, so they're saying that, they couldn't even build these things until they had our technology. It's kind of fucked up.
All right, so I'm going to pull up the Pax Mongolia, which is also known as Pax Tartaria, which is a reference to Pax Romania.
Is that this?
Oh, yeah. Let me see if my spectacles work.
Oh, while I pop on my spectacles.
All right, let's see here. Yes.
You can see that?
Pax Mongolia or Pax Tartica. I guess the Pax is for peace. So, all right. Christ.
You're an old man.
Just stop fucking changing. You see the bottom of the picture? All the buildings? The spires.
What kind of writing is that?
Arabic, I think.
You guys will see this picture.
And look, an upside down one at the top. What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I don't know. X out though, please. It's all very exciting. So yeah,
what's going on?
I click on fucking Columbus trying to figure out what the point of the mission is. The whole reason he can even do the mission is because the Silk Road went away. Because I think
this is the first expedition you're talking?
The conquest of Genghis Khan and his successors effectively connected the eastern and western world. The Silk Road connecting the trade. So I think when the Mongolian Empire ends, the Silk Road goes away. Because, see, the Pax Mongolia was marked by the outbreak of the Black Death, which spread along trade routes in the mid-14th century, and then 1492.
That makes sense. So a few years after.
What's 14th century?
1300s.
So they've been this long now so maybe that's why they forget how Indian people look.
Because they haven't seen them in a while. Maybe 100 years or whatever.
So they're like,
I haven't seen these folks in a while.
You only have these tails.
What's those? I haven't smelled curry in a hot minute.
Yes. So scroll down a bit, please. So that's how I even got onto the Tartaria shit. It was because I was trying to figure out. He's trying to get over there because there's no good trade routes anymore to India.
So he says, I'm going to sail west towards the U.S. or towards Asia. Because, hey, the Earth is a globe. If the Silk Road came from, hey, folks, hey, Queenie, look at this. If the Silk Road, I see them with the camels. They come up from this way. What if I just sail that way? Well, I'll hit him from the other end.
Bing. Think about that.
Think about that. Hang this man. Put him on a fucking cross. Get this him out of here. Get this guy the fuck out of here.
I said no Ginzos in my
Get
castle.
this fucking get him out. Oh, whoa, hey.
Take it easy.
Malone. That's Jewish. That's Jewish? What is that?
Italian.
Malone. Oh, oy vey. That's what I was thinking.
That's Jewish.
That's Jewish. It's like portal system?
Postal.
Oh.
They'd send the letters through a vortex.
I saw a video of a vortex in a pond. It's like a spinning vortex thing. This dude threw a pumpkin in it, and it fucking went down in the thing, and it popped up way over there, across underneath a bridge, and then on the other side of the other pond. Yeah, that's how black holes work. Think about that.
What was I telling you about this?
I don't remember.
I don't know if I wrote anything down. I was just all fucking caught up in the moment.
Where's the Tartarian connection? Let me control F that.
What were we talking about?
Let me look.
I thought, because I was screenshotting the shit from the letter, but I don't know that I did it for the, from the website itself. Oh, one thing I will say is everyone says Columbus thought, like in that time, they thought the earth was flat.
Okay.
It was not true.
Not true.
Everyone knew it was a sphere.
Everyone, really?
That was like fully accepted at that time.
You sent me Pax Mongolia, and then you said they say it fell. They say they fell because of religious prejudice.
Oh well, there's that.
But if that means they know Christianity was bullshit and they told them to fuck off, and the Black Plague is basically COVID.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's how.
I go. That's fantastic.
I guess I got just completely into like the Mongol Empire more than anything. Tartar peace.
Double chocolate chip cookie.
I was describing that to my mom the other day because she didn't know what it was.
Really? Double chocolate chunk cookie.
I was like, and people watch it because they want them to die.
They want them, that's why they're watching.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
They hope that someone chokes to death.
But now Columbus, real fuck this guy. How do we feel about him? In the end, he did fuck up. He did a lot of bullshit.
I mean, he wasn't.
But he did put this on the map. Maybe he didn't discover it. I hate this too. People are like, he didn't discover it because there was already people here. And it's like, well, no fucking shit. There was people everywhere. He discovered it for Spain. That's who he discovered it for. He discovered
Nothing else. Give
he
him
discovered
props
it
for going across the ocean.
Yeah, he discovered it for Europe. Like whatever,
Yeah.
like he discovered it for a certain group of people that then came over and took over and lived in America. It's like, yeah, he discovered America for us. That's the first time we heard about it. This 6 kings up north.
Well, they got to Canada, right?
They got to Canada. What's his name? I can't think of it. Leif Erikson.
There you go.
You know, from SpongeBob. Yeah, he landed up there.
I can't remember what the other fucking things were.
You were hyped. You texted me.
I thought I had things jotted down, but I must have just been like rapidly reading and like forgetting to
That's what I
highlight
do.
things.
I do that. I do that shit.
I know the one night I was fucked up reading it on my phone. Like I said, the cat sprawled out. But I thought I had shit from the night before when I was on the actual computer.
This hurricane's a fucking man-made. My doctor brought that up to me. I told him my parents moved to Atlanta, and he goes, or not Atlanta, I said Georgia. They would never live in Atlanta. It's too much.
Confused.
And he goes, oh my God. He goes, how are they with the hurricane? I go, oh, they're fine. They're just south, so it was like the hurricane went underneath them. The chemical fire went right above them. Shit was kosher. It was fine. He goes, yeah. He goes, what do you think? What's your thoughts on these hurricanes? I go, it's crazy. And he goes, you think they're man-made? I go, what? He goes, do you think they're like man-made? I go,
brother, we're listening to the same podcast.
I go, yeah. I go, dude, this shit's fucking. I broke character. I was like, yeah, my man, yeah, 100%. This is man-made. I'll tell you, it comes from the town. I'll show you the videos. I have the meteorologist reports.
Proof.
Yeah, no, dude, all these amateur meteorologists are on Twitter. They're posting videos, and they see there's in Southern California by like San Diego. I guess there's like a military base or some shit, and you see a fucking blast of just like whatever activity of like the radar, like the Doppler radar picks up. You see a fucking blast come out of there, and then shit forms. It goes over Mexico, and it just fucking starts in the Gulf. And like you see these where the hurricane, the other one was coming up through Florida and into Georgia. You saw the towers in Georgia, and you see a fucking laser, like a beam of whatever that activity is. Like you see just like hazes of it because that's just how clouds work. Then you just see a beam of whatever that radar picks up, and it comes from fucking 2 different directions, and it's pointing at this hurricane. And I don't know if it's directing it or it's making it bigger, but somebody was saying that they're like ionize whatever, some shit, and then that causes storm activity. Like cloud seeding, whatever that is. Because that's what Saudi Arabia does. It rains every day at fucking noon in Saudi Arabia. I didn't know that. Or it rains like every day at a certain time for like 20 minutes.
Remember what that Wi-Files thing was saying? With they were going to project it on the ionosphere. Yeah,
that's because you don't need a screen because you have the atmosphere.
You can like project it onto the particles or whatever.
It's fucked up. That's interesting. And then I was looking at another thing. You look at all these, and I've never done this. You look at all the paths of all these hurricanes. Dude, they come up. They don't touch Cuba. I mean, I'm sure they get storms and rain and shit, and it has fucked up Haiti and like all these other countries that are little like island nations. But like, they like come up through like it just follows the water and then just crashes into America every time. I don't know if that's I'm dumb as
those are things I don't know.
I don't know if that's how
hurricanes.
I don't know if that's how hurricanes work, but every fucking thing it's like I guess a hurricane's never formed in the Gulf since 1800. Mm. Then you see all these pictures of these weird ass clouds, and it's like, oh, America, the world, Earth's newest cloud. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Newest cloud. What it's got what, we updated it? It's got new features?
Meanwhile,
no, those are fucking cloud seeded is what those are. That's what happens when you
like Native Americans and shit, like they would look at the sky for like 1,000 years. They would know about a new cloud.
Yeah, they'd probably know. Yeah. No, exactly. That FEMA's giving out $750 like
loans, you're saying?
It's a fucking loan, dude. They don't know this. They're giving out $750 like, hey, we're gonna help you out. We sent $8 billion to Ukraine, but here's $750. Sign the dotted line. When you sign that dotted line, they don't tell you it's a loan. If you don't pay it back, they get to possess all your land, all your shit.
Well, look up the White Guys for Harris commercial. It's crazy that this is real life. This is Idiocracy. Probably just go to YouTube, maybe. But I don't even know why it's like a thing that they can say. Why is that all right all of a sudden? No, go back.
Is it this one?
Try the second one. Yeah, try that.
List of 2024 campaign ads.
Hey,
White dudes. So, I think we're all pretty sick of hearing how much we suck. Every time you go online, it's the same story. We're the problem. And yeah, some white dudes are. Trump and all his MAGA buddies are out there making it worse. Shouting nonsense in their stupid red hats and acting like they speak for us when they don't. All they've ever done is screw us over. But if you're not on the MAGA train, where do you go? Isn't it just swapping out one crappy option for another? Then it hit me. This isn't about picking teams. It's about who's got a plan that's gonna make life better for me and my family. So I've been doing my own research and decided to check out Kamala Harris and...
Which is the thing they tell you not to do.
Well, it's okay now, because they did it for you.
They're actually talking to guys like us. No lectures, no BS. Just real solutions that protect our freedoms.
They've given no solutions.
Take care of the people who matter. And honestly, I think Harris and Walls are the ones to make that happen. End of the day, you're your own man. It's your call. But if anyone gives you crap about it, tell them it's none of their damn business.
What?
This is what we think a Republican would want to hear.
This is
how we would convert them over. This is...
Yeah, dude. Like, listen.
This is how we all talk on the job site.
Are you in the union? You're a fucking union guy?
I was barbecuing, throwing a football the other day, and when I was like, yeah, this Kamala Harris chick ain't so bad.
She ain't so bad. She has us normal white dudes in mind.
Yeah, but like... Isn't that, like, against your whole ethos? Like, why would you sink to the level of, like, we're trying to get, like, the guys that are hyped on being white? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
It starts out with, are you tired of being, like, the white bad guy?
Be the white good guy.
And it's like, what do you mean I'm a bad? Like, your campaign and all this fucking CRT, all this CRT, I did it again. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Like, all that shit, like, that's your whole MO. That's your fucking campaign.
Yeah, like, who put me in this spot? Y'all, motherfucker.
Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about? All this woke bullshit.
I did my own research.
That's why movies suck. That's why media sucks right now.
Because they're working.
It sucks. That's why movies are.
Politicians.
Like, nobody wants to watch a fucking movie.
Around.
Yeah. So goddamn annoying. College. Stay out of college. They'll fucking ruin you.
But that's a real thing, man.
That's insane. Who's that for? It's obviously for the people. It's for the people in the middle. That's what it is. That's who they're playing towards.
Do you think anyone heard that and was like,
no.
Wow. Sold.
I'm in.
Because they should be put in a gas chamber.
No, that's insane. No, that shit's fucked up. I don't know who that's for. Because we watch it and laugh. Is someone watching that and going, But then again, you got to think how stupid people are fucking dumb. Like, we're dumb, but like, we read shit and like, we're at least like self-aware and can take a step back and go, oh, the whole system's fucked. We could do that. People can't. People go to work, they work a 12-hour shift, they come home, they eat a shitty dinner from their wife, and they go, oh, well, I guess I'll fucking vote for Harris because, you know, my wife likes her. She doesn't have a job.
Is voting for her because of the wife.
Yeah. My wife says she won't give me a blow. I haven't had one of those in 6 months.
You could just lie, though, I guess. Pretty easy.
100%. Yeah.
It's got to be a nice change of pace, something
or a
that
hurricane
you can get away with.
Yeah, or a hurricane hits places where it's predominantly Republican voters. Watch this fucking... Dude, they're not going to have elections down south. That ain't going to happen.
I mean, they'll have them. They just won't have a turnout.
Yeah, no. It'll be fucking underwater.
Yeah.
Drive to northern Atlanta to vote or some shit.
Where there's like a gang shooting.
Yeah, like,
That's
exactly.
also
Yeah.
happening
No, 100%.
at the same time.
No, this is fucked.
It's funny when they can hit... It's like playing Sims or something where you could just hit like all these switches from different angles.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have the gang shooting here. We'll have a fire here.
Yeah, we'll fire, and then a hurricane will push them this way. No, but then you look into that other thing. There's lithium in North Carolina, biggest lithium deposit in the world, apparently. And it's owned by this company, and they wanted to expand their mining operation. And they were getting pushback from all the people. Like, you're not fucking doing this. It's not happening. Why would you guys want to do it? Like, this is our land. Like, there's beautiful mountains. You can't do this shit. They're all underwater now. All their houses are fucking... They all got this FEMA loan. That company's going to own all the fucking land.
There's videos of just people on their roof, like, dying because no one comes to get them. The
Yeah,
video
dude.
just like goes till they die.
Dude, they're blocking. They're doing the same thing they did for Maui. They're blocking. They're blocking aid. FEMA's not doing it. Dude, they're stashing. I saw a video. They're stashing all this stuff in warehouses and not telling anybody. It's like, yeah, they sent us 300 pallets of water. Put it in this warehouse. We didn't get it. Tell them we didn't get it. Let them suffer.
Well, you know who's out there handing out water bottles?
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Donald Trump. Down there doing his thing.
Man of the people.
They also got the biggest deposit of pure quartz in that area, which is in, I guess that's what they want to.
Yeah, I think they use it for like electronics and shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. All these, all the batteries and like the cars and shit.
It's funny how big tech is like on the left, but then they probably are the people who are like paying.
That's why that one
people to get this shit.
That's why that one dude at work, which they're both heavily left, I can tell. I think. When he was like, "Yep," and then look who's jumping on that lithium, Elon Musk, this, that, and the other. It's like, okay. Elon Musk is also heavily endorsing Trump. He was dancing like a fruitcake on the fucking stage. You watch that cringy ass shit?
Yeah, a picture of it.
No, insane. But he's also a businessman, and if this company, like, they're gonna get the lithium regardless. That's gonna happen. So you might as well just fucking get in. Like, here, yeah, sure, I'll buy some of that. Because if I don't buy it, someone else will. It's that mentality. They don't give a fuck about you. So yeah, that's all. They're bringing back regular show.
No.
Yeah. You hear about that? It's a little scary. Because that was a perfect ending.
Yeah.
It's flawless. Yeah, they got greenlit for a shit ton of episodes too. One of the greatest cartoons of all time is officially returning after a perfect finale. June, 44 episodes they're greenlit for.
Wow. Mixed feelings.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about it. At first, when I heard it, I was like, that's cool. And then I thought about how the show ended, and I was like,
I wonder if it'll be set like in the middle or something.
that'd be cool. Like, it's just extra adventures.
Yeah, it's not like
Don't
after they go back.
don't
to the
do
park
that.
From,
Don't bring them back old.
yeah,
I don't want their kids. I don't want nuke people. I don't want any of that.
But maybe just like Lost Adventures.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I always wish they would have done with Avatar.
Lost Adventures.
In between the time of Avatar and Korra. Because everyone always talks about if they do another show, they're going to have to like jump to the next Avatar. And I'm like, I don't really want to see that. I kind of want to see like Aang and the crew just like keep going.
Mark Hamill skips returns. The new regular show is an actual sequel. Maybe he's saying in the world of reboots, this regular show project, he also has to say all this. May well be a true revival.
I'm surprised they would have came back after getting canceled or whatever.
Right? It might just be a skip show. Hold on. I didn't read any of this, as you can tell. I should have pre-read this fucking article. The revival, it's going to balance old and new characters. It's going to be a new thing. This could be shit.
My Hero movie.
What's up?
This is a new My Hero movie.
Really? Do they have multiple movies?
Maybe like the 4th or 5th.
You see how Trump opened his Pennsylvania? As I was saying, and then just went to the slide that whatever he got shot on.
Damn.
That was pretty funny.
I don't know how many people there got it, but
yeah,
it was pretty funny with the context, yeah.
Yeah. There was a fat white dude behind him, really enjoyed it.
Big history buff.
Yeah, big history buff. Happy Columbus Day to all you folks out there. Enjoy with your family. Have some pasta. And don't disparage not a humble adventurer. A greasy.
Just don't talk shit on him.
Don't talk shit about him.
You know, he doesn't need to be your favorite guy, but like, gotta cross the fucking ocean.
Across the ocean. He discovered it for Spain and the East.
Who was a good guy?
Yeah,
in
who's here first?
1492?
No one. Everyone's an asshole.
Be like, oh, he was a bad. Yeah.
Oh
He
shit.
was a bad guy doing stuff. He wasn't a bad guy who stayed at home beating his wife,
No.
fucking raping people. Like,
That's the thing.
think about that.
He's doing shit.
Think
He's
about your
active.
average Italian.
Yeah, you stay
1500.
just a fucking greasy.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of you, and you stay home. You don't do shit.
This guy's out Trying.
He's doing
He
something.
tricked Spain. It's fun.
No. That's why you appreciate Columbus. You fuckers take care.